In today's video, my husband Mike is going to be working on the interior window trim of our shop house up here in the mountains of North Idaho. He's got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it.
I want to take just a quick second to not only let you guys know about the sponsor of today's video, but to really thank them for making videos like this possible. And that is Harry's, guys. Harry's has been around since 2013, and they specialize in making razors and men's grooming products. And you guys can get these products shipped to your door, or while you're out and about running errands, you can hit one of the big chain retailers and find all of Harry's products right there as well. And what both Harry's and I are excited to let you guys know about is their new Shave and Suds bundle. And in that Shave and Suds bundle, guys, not only are you going to get everything you need for a nice, clean, smooth shave, you're also going to get their new exfoliating face wash, which leaves your skin feeling clean and refreshed, as well as their body wash. It's an invigorating scent of minerals and citrus with a rich lather and a really deep clean, guys. So next time you're in one of your big chain retailers, go to the men's grooming aisle, check out the Harry's products, or use our link down below to check out the Shave and Suds bundle over on Harry's website. Like I said in the beginning of this, guys, thank you so much to Harry's for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it.
You cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing that. Get down. Get. Go. Don't be doing that.
I am stoked, guys, how this turned out. This is all cedar window trim. I have never trimmed a window out in my life, interior-wise, and this was way easier than I thought it was going to be, so I figured I would just kind of go through a step-by-step of what I did on each window. You know, obviously it was different measurements, but I did the same thing on each window, and I'm going to show you guys that. It was really, really easy. There's maybe 4 miter cuts on the entire, frame. Let's go through it. The very first piece that I put in on every window that I just did was the sill, this very bottom piece. And the only trick that you kind of need to know for each window, you're going to take your overall measurement in that window, because you need to put these notches on each side. This one's just a little bit different, and this one's kind of buried in there. But you want to notch out each, sill so it overhangs the window. It looks nice, it gives it character. So the trick to doing this is, once you get your overall measurement for each window, what I did for these was add 10 inches. That gives you 5 inches on each side, and that worked out perfect for the boards that I was using. These are 1 by 6 cedar boards, so that actually equates to like a 5.5 inch wide cedar board, and we did that, throughout the entire window. So the first board was to put the bottom one in. The next move was to come up to the top, put this top one in. Once you have the bottom and the top in, you're going to do your insides on either side. Obviously, you may have to rip this board to width to match whatever width you need, but you get the sides done. So let's just recap. We do the bottom first, then we came through, did the top, did both sides there, and then we start doing the face. And I came through and did either face on the left and the right, nice and easy. And then we capped the top. Trick that I did there was I pulled my outside measurement. I added 2 inches, so I have a 1 inch overhang on each side and about a 23-degree bevel on either side of the top there. The only other miter you're going to put on this is I did a little 45 on our overhang there, just to kind of break that edge up so it's not a sharp 90-degree corner. I did that on every sill that we just did, throughout the whole house and living room here. Every face piece that I put up here has about a 1/4 inch overhang throughout the entire window, throughout the entire house. Pretty regular, and also that gave me just a little bit of wiggle room to square things up as well, guys. Say it wasn't quite a 1/4 inch down at the bottom and it was just a hair over, you really can't tell if you take just a step back. I mean, look at that. Looks good. And this bottom piece, this was actually a piece of waste that came off of the top after I had ripped it to width there. And I used that bottom piece of waste to cover up the gap on the bottom of the sill. And like I said, really a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. There is a little bit of wiggle room as you're assembling this. I've always heard that as you're doing window trim, it has to be tight. It's got to be really clean. Your joints have to be just perfect. And yes, that is the case for the most part, but you do have some wiggle room as you put your sill in. Your side plates are going to cover any gap that there is on the top and the bottom there. So you get that covered up. Your face plates, those also are covering, all that gap, all that nasty stuff. So you get a little bit of wiggle room there. The only spot that you kind of don't is this seam right here. You want your whole frame to be nice and square. So this, 90-degree seam lines up perfectly. Throughout some of that videos, you saw me using a level with shims. I went through and leveled and squared the entire window, the sill, everything. And that was kind of the trick, what you need to do, it seems like, to make the window look right. Even though the window itself is not perfectly square, as long as you build the frame square, it seems to look good. And obviously, guys, these aren't perfect. I don't even know if you can tell in the window, like there's little quirks to each window, but once you get it all framed in square, you can't even see it. You kind of just like overlook everything, all the imperfections, because your eyes are drawn to, I guess, like the niceness of the window. So it worked out really good. Anybody that's never done this window trim, go ahead and try it. Just take your time. Really pay attention to the cuts that you're going to do. It's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, at least. Yeah, worked out really well. Not too much into it. We even splurged and got these cedar boards. And really throughout the whole house here, we're probably $400 or less into what I would call custom cedar window trim. It looks really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully y'all are doing well, and we'll catch you in the next one.